Hey, what's your favorite John Carpenter movie? Ooh, I'm so glad you asked. My favorite John Carpenter movie is... Actually, let me guess. That'll be fun. Okay, fine. Guess. Is it the genre-defining slasher from the 70s, Halloween? Nope, that's not it. Great movie though. Okay. It's got to be the science fiction body horror masterpiece, The Thing from the 80s, right? Amazing movie, but still, no. Okay, I give up. What is your favorite John Carpenter movie? Well, have you seen the one about a priest who discovers a hidden chamber underneath an abandoned church that houses a primordial green liquid that is actually the spirit of Satan himself, who is also an alien? No, I don't think so. It also stars Alice Cooper as a murderous homeless man who leads a gang of Satan-worshipping homeless people who trap this group of scientists in a church. Wait. Are you talking about...
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Welcome back to Cursed Viewing, the only channel on YouTube that will slowly destroy your soul without you even realizing it. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is a channel for horror movies, physical media, and anything in between. As that opening sketch laid out, today I'm going to be talking about John Carpenter's disturbing, weird movie about Satan. Satan in green liquid form, Prince of Darkness. So this movie starts off like all good movies should, with a priest dying. A priest who is holding a box full of secrets. Another completely unrelated priest opens the box and uncovers that there is this secret society who have been protecting a hidden chamber under an abandoned church that contains a very strange liquid that seemingly is meant to be the spirit of Satan himself. He is confused, has no idea what he stumbled upon, but it just so happens that he was in contact with a research team that were looking into quantum physics. So he calls that professor and gets him down to the church to investigate this very secretive and mysterious chamber and this strange green liquid that's spinning around in a cylinder in the center of the room. So there's a group of scientists, but there's also a group of archaeologists and historians who are all trying to decrypt the secrets of this chamber. They discovered that the liquid is billions of years old and could potentially predate humanity. They also find a new version of the creation myth, a new story, a new retelling. Look, this movie is pretty weird, but fair warning, if you are religious, you would probably consider this movie to be pretty blasphemous. It does go through the creation myth, but also retells it in a delicious science fiction, macabre, horror sort of way. Because it turns out Jesus was an alien and Satan is trapped in this liquid, but he's also trapped in the mirror dimension, and it's all just wiki-woly quantum physicsy. It's just great. The science behind this stuff is very fascinating, and it borders on science fiction, but at the heart of it, this is a movie about Satan and demons and Alice Cooper. Well, not really, but Alice Cooper plays one of these demented homeless people that surround the church. So the research team are inside of the church, but a mob of seemingly possessed homeless people surround it and murder anybody who... And I will say that the murder is pretty fun. Also, people get possessed with bugs and Satan talks through them and puppeteers their dead bodies. So if that sounds cool to you, then you're probably going to enjoy this movie. Yeah, it's got some cool concepts, not much gore, not much on the side of gore, but some really cool sort of existential crisis causing creativity in the way that the people are tortured and killed, and essentially just treated like flesh puppets. One by one, the students and the scientists get possessed and attacked by the demonic force, almost like a demonic disease as it spreads through the church. Also, everybody has the same mysterious dream of a shadowy figure exiting the church, causing an apocalyptic event. We never see the face of the person leaving the church, but it's heavily implied that that is Satan coming to our world and infecting our world and essentially bringing the end of times with him. Now, this movie does get pretty convoluted towards the end as the possessed people start to interact with mirrors, and it's like they're reaching into the mirror dimension, and Satan is coming through the mirror, and so it kind of gets a bit weird. It's not really explained that well. There's a bit of dialogue between the scientist and the priest about reality and what it means to be alive, and how there could be creatures and spirits like living in our world, you know, kind of like that whole idea of proving the paranormal to be real but also not real at the same time. Like, the lack of evidence is what makes it potentially real, this idea of unknown science and the unknown of our existence. But just to make it simple, there are now mirrors that take us to a different dimension. It all cultivates with one of the possessed reaching out, and Satan is holding their hand and they're pulling them through the mirror into our world. But then one of the main characters, Catherine, who's one of the students who's looking into the quantum physics, she sacrifices herself by tackling the possessed and Satan into the mirror, and then the priest destroys the mirror, and then everybody becomes depossessed, and that's the end of the movie. It just sort of ends. But there is kind of like a plot twist, because the dream that they were having where Satan was walking out of the church and we couldn't really see their face, it turns out that that is now Catherine. Overall, I think this movie does fall a little bit short for me, especially compared to the rest of John Carpenter's filmography. It doesn't really include any great standout practical effects, but what I will say is that the music is chef's kiss. It's got that signature John Carpenter synthwave sort of stuff happening all the way through it. But even though I love the music, it does feel a little bit out of place during the film, just because it's not as epic as the music is making it out to be. So I still love the music, but sometimes it just doesn't really fit the vibe. Plus, we don't get a chance to become attached to the characters. There's a lot of throwaway characters in here, and it just feels like they're not very well developed. And I think we could have spent a little bit more time getting to know these characters, because, you know, there's just so many of them that none of them really matter. Like, not one of these characters feels particularly memorable for me. Overall, Prince of Darkness is definitely a movie you could miss and not feel bad about it. But if you're a John Carpenter completionist, then you should definitely check this one out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Have you seen Prince of Darkness? Let me know down in the comments below. Remember to stay creative, keep watching horror movies, and I'll see you in the next video.